Now, I want to tell you something, Earl. I never can talk into being organized. Yeah, my Lily, and that's the only way I want to... Look, she's doing it again. I want you to talk to her. It's too much. Do not lean over. My Lily has already... I give her one assignment. I look down. She's got a list on a pad that she's carrying everywhere with her. Yet, Earl, I cannot get to do that, Fez. He will not make a list. He will not check things off. He won't organize himself.
Earl, do you need to shadow Lily for a day or two? See how she works?
He's going to look like a shadow, whether he's learning or not. Why can't I get you into that, Earl?
No, I'm making every effort to be a lot more
Just
organized.
say, Lily, can I look at what you've done so far? Just to see the way her mind works.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing what she's done so far.
Turn around then, you fucking maniac. Just show him. Just the way...
Oh, look at how handy she had
That's organized, because it's in front of her at all times. I'll tell you something else this fucking Earl does yesterday, and I want everybody to hear about this. Fez and I, for whatever reason, the book blows up for us in New York. I don't like to make a big thing about Arbitron numbers, but they hire us to do one demo, 18 to 49-year-old men. Weirdly enough, it comes in number 2. Who knows why? Who's going to make a big deal of it? Not me. But this is what the suits get excited for. So, they're in there. We're with Minnelli, and he's like, oh, I'd like to do this with you guys. This really shows the corporate, believe me, this really helps out. O&A are on the move. You guys, finally, we got another show, and, they're doing all that kind of shit. That's a nice thing. We hear a knock at the door. Earl opens it up while we're sitting with our program director and just starts bringing up stuff from that fucking afternoon, like, I just talked to Alan, and he said that, and I literally did this in Manelli. Earl, what the fuck are you doing? We closed a door. We're in the boss's office. You come in here and start telling us your stuff. What were you trying to find out, Earl?
No, it was completely my fault. I was relaying some information that...
Relaying what information?
No,
I had just come out of something with Alan. I just spent 45 minutes with Alan.
No, and again, that was completely my fault.
You had to go looking for us behind a closed door and not even to say, are you guys busy?
No, I thought I said, oh, I'm sorry for the interruption. I thought I said that at the end. But
when do you ever come looking for me? Never, you fucking prick. And this fucking case, you thought we were in there talking about something, and you wanted in.
It was nosiness. It was. And it was the most timid knock on the door.
I didn't even fucking hear it. You heard it.
Yeah, because I was sitting close to the door. I thought maybe it was, some girl in the office that needed Manelli. It was such a tap.
It sounded like a mosquito's dick was fucking dry humping the outside of a door. And Fez opens it up. Earl doesn't. He comes in. Yeah, I talk. We'll be able to do that other thing. I go like this. What the fuck are you doing?
It was nothing urgent.
You see me sitting in here getting a massage from the boss.
It was nothing urgent. It was nothing that Ronnie and I didn't already know.
And it was uncomfortable. It made it seem like you couldn't be trusted. By us or Manelli.
I was shocked and embarrassed. It was one of our guys that was on the other side of that door.
Again, and it was bad timing. It was awful timing on my part. But I was just, again, I was relaying.
You never walk in, no matter who two people are talking. It should be an emergency before you walk in between those two people. No. Ever. And when a fucking door is shut, it's shut.
Did he say sorry to interrupt? Or
nope. He came in and immediately started to say this mundane stuff when Manelli's talking about doing this with the show and doing that and going back to XM and maybe, this would be perfect to have this part of the show on XM. Finally, after fucking 4 months or 5 months of dealing with all these fucking maniacs, that maybe we could take the two shows and move them together. Who knows? We'll never fucking find out the end of it now because Earl wanted to let me know that there's a cotton ball inside of an aspirin bottle and he's having trouble getting it out.
You are so right there because as soon as Earl pulled this fiasco, there was no getting back into the flow of that meeting.
It's like foreplay.
Yeah.
You're in foreplay, you just got your fucking cock out, all of a sudden, Your fucking buddy comes by. Did you want a cold beer? No. You turn around, and that next thing you know, that woman's fucking pussy is tighter than a fucking asshole. And that's where you got the fucking whole thing. You're insane, Earl. You're insane in the membrane. Cypress Hill is going insane. That's fucking you right now.
It was a bad error in judgment. I acknowledge that. I openly acknowledge that.
Why couldn't you stand the fact that Fez and I were in a meeting and you didn't know what was being said?
I could stand. It wasn't bad at all.
You couldn't fucking stand it.
Yeah. Why did you even go there? I mean, how did you
ever fucking heard Minnelli going, let's go back to XM and do this? Do you think they would be interested in doing that? Maybe we can. You know what we fucking went through. Wiki doesn't like them. They don't like Wiki. Elo thinks they're nuts. They think Elo's nuts. This was a fucking chance. And you Earl Douglas'd it.
And again, I wasn't, I don't know where my head was at. And I was just trying again.
It was in the wrong office. I know that much.
This is why I lost the Rockahole Luau. This is the same type of management skills that cost me that.
This all leads back to his lack of social skills, period. Because if you interrupt someone, you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'll talk to you later," or
right.
Do you have a minute? Not just barge in and say whatever you have to say, you know?
Yeah.
I thought I was pretty sure I'd say, I'm sorry for the interruption. I thought I said that. If I didn't, I'm sorry.
What fucking was said that you needed to immediately tell me and Fez?
I don't even remember.
That I remember nothing. You came in with fake information that you just got from Alan, who Fez and I spent a fucking hour in his office getting a sales massage. You had nothing.
And this, for, social skills, the tiny tap on the door, not one of us in the office said come in. He just opened the door on his own after that.
I didn't hear the tap or the fucking come in.
Nobody said
All of a sudden, I know Earl's standing there. The fucking conversation stops, never to fucking come back up again. And then he actually went like this. Well, let's not rush it. After I went back like, backwards, he goes, yeah, but you know what? Let me run it past Tom and let's not rush this thing. Not rush it. We were right fucking there.
Earl's a human speed bump. He just slows everything down.
He's fucking SIDS for adults. We were fucking sitting there having sex, and suddenly the baby died before we even fucking had a chance.
Well, one of the embarrassing things was, all right, you barged in inappropriately. Then you weren't even businesslike or professional with your fake information.
You could never make it in sales, Earl. As much as you act like you hate salespeople, you have zero. You would starve in the sales world. I guarantee you.
You went in mumbling, looking at your shoes?
You fuck with another man's shot, you fuck with his money. It's almost like you fucking went in there, grabbed Fez and my wallets, opened them up, and fucking threw them out the window all over 57th Street.
This was never my intention, and...
How could it not be your intention? You came into a meeting you weren't invited to. You started fucking talking in that meeting.
You had to find us.
You didn't see our faces? 3 faces going, what the fuck is going on here?
I'm sorry. I'm totally sorry. Totally sorry.
Cock blocker.
But it was, I had zero intention of hurting you guys at all.
This is why Dave wants to bang you from behind.
What?
That's what came up during today's show. I'm telling you right now, the new bit is given over to Lily. And if I had my druthers, you would be going like this. Lily, what should I be doing next? Lily, you have anything for me today? Lily, can you get me in to see Ron? That would be my fucking favorite thing in the world. Where I could fucking be able, I would be in the position now that when something like that happened yesterday, I would be able to scream at Lily, how could you let something like this happen? How did you let him get into that office when I'm trying to do shit? And Earl, quite frankly, do it for all of us. Yes, most of it's going to go to me, but some of it would dribble down to you.
And
crazy bastard.
It wasn't my intention at all to do that and to hurt you guys.
Stop saying that over and over. You fucking came from behind a locked fucking door to see what the hell you could get in on. A shut door to a man who's your boss and two guys that are basically your boss. Three people that you would never interrupt in life.
It's so nutty because how many times over there have people said, "Oh, I wish we could see Earl in the office." That's the day he decides to start wandering around and opening doors.
Because he was afraid you and I were getting something. He was afraid that there was jelly beans in there. That's what you were fucking scared of, weren't you?
I'll get you jelly beans.
Weak-toothed motherfucker. No wonder they got to drill in and out of your teeth. Go deep on the plaque. You crazy prick. I hope Dave does get you now.
He ain't getting nowhere near me or my ass.
Who said anything about your ass?
That's what you just said, banging me from behind.
Never. Hey, Pitsy's got a brand new bit, Fez.
Oh, nice.
Should be interesting. It's called the what, Pitts?
Pitts' Pantheon of Sports.
All right, here we go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the first installment of Pitts' Pantheon of Sports. Everyone knows I'm a huge sports fan, so I wanted to share with you some of my sports heroes growing up. Vince Coleman was one of the fastest men to ever play the game. He won Rookie of the Year in '85 and was 6th on the all-time stolen base list. Let's not forget about his swing. His biggest hit came when he knocked the shit out of Dwight Gooden's elbow with a rogue golf swing in the Mets clubhouse. He had a hell of an arm, too. He was so accurate that he hit three kids with a single firework in the parking lot of Dodger Stadium. He tried to make it up to them by playing catch, but the kids didn't show because he blew one of their fingers off with a fucking Mazel Tov cocktail. While Coleman's cocktail had pinpoint accuracy, so did former pitcher Uki Urbina. Urbina led the National League in saves in 1999 and helped the Marlins beat the Yankees in the 2003 World Series. While he chopped bats in half with his cut fastball, he also knew how to chop people down, too, after he tried to kill 5 people with a machete on his family farm. He'll have plenty of time to rest his arm while serving his 14-year jail sentence in Venezuela for attempted murder. Sad thing is that Urbina will never be known as elite closer since those people live to tell their story. Sometimes clutch hitting can be the only way to win a game, and Kevin Mitchell was one of those clutch players. He won NL MVP honors in '89 and helped the Mets win the World Series in '86 also. During that year, he became really close with Doc Gooden, so close that he held Gooden hostage after a fight with his girlfriend. During that hostage crisis, Mitchell decapitated his girlfriend's cat. I guess it's where Mitchell thought Doc was hiding the good coke, because he never let him in on it in the clubhouse. You can't win in baseball without those key role players who contribute to the team, and Luis Polonia had great work ethic and intangibles to win. He finished his career with 3 World Series rings. Some of his critics of Polonia thought he was on steroids, but the only juice he ever drank was 15-year-old pussy juice and a road trip in a Milwaukee hotel room. That's the only reason why he's on my list, because who really gives a shit about Luis Polonia? Well, that's the first installment of Pitts' Pantheon of Sports, and I'll see you next week. Thank you very much.
All right, there he is. There he goes, Pitsy. The Pantheon of Sports.
Didn't you have any clips?
Oh, God, yes. It's such a hard stick. Oh.
I could have used that for Polonia, right?
Sure.
TJ, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
That was awesome. A Mazel Tov cocktail.
Yeah.
It's Molotov, Pitsy. Keep doing it. That sounded killer.
866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. What did you think, Earl?
I think it could lose a little bit more polish, but the facts were straight about I don't know, but I think it could use a little bit more sports stuff. It was tend to delve a little bit more into personal lives a little bit.
Fez?
Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly what the point of it was, and I thought the music sounded like it was playing off an old scratchy LP.
That was the Dillette.
I thought it was our chance to get to know Pitts better.
Oh.
Everybody knows that I love sports. I thought your delivery was great. I thought it was like a little sports column. Like a little sports column there. Let's go over to Dave. Dave, what'd you think of Pitsy's bit?
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was refreshing, and I thought it was a nice chance to talk about sports on the show.
I thought he could have used the Paranoid intro, though. This would have been perfect.
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want? Pat, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ron, I got to go back to Earl. I think you let him off too easy every time. Every single time he does something like this, He never gives a straight answer. I have to know, why did he go in that door? Why did he open that fucking door?
Earl, how do you answer that?
Well, I don't have to answer to you, Pat.
No, you had answered all of us. Why did you go in that fucking door? What business of it?
No, there was information that I had.
There was nothing. The information that you got because I went to fucking Alan first. Here's the thing that he's right about being too easy. And Fezzi will fucking tell you the truth. Not one of you guys fucking know me during the fucking wild years. That would have been a fucking old fucking fashion. I can't tell you how ugly that would have got, Earl. I cannot fucking tell you. And I mean, I don't want to sit around and brag about ugliness, but you're lucky you fucking came along in the years that you did.
Oh, and I heard stories, and I
don't want you to hear fucking stories. I want you to know that was a crazy-ass thing that you did yesterday. It wasn't like a slight fuck-up. That's you being nosy, wanting to know what me and Fez were up to, and you fucked around with something you had no reason to.
No, and I felt horrible about it. I still do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I totally do.
He thought if he opened that door, the others would have his real dad tied up in there.
I'm glad it's funny to you too, Fezzi. You, Pitsy's talking about sports. I'm the only one who goes, we might have had a fucking I'm the only one who fucking give out details. Chris, you're on Fez.
Hey, home run for Pitsy. Earl, you don't know what you're talking about. Stop opening doors.
I will tell you this, Pitsy, the thing I liked most of all, the delivery was very professional.
Yeah?
You really could make it in sports. Then the problem is you'd be working in sports. But I honestly think you got the abilities to work in that field.
Thank you. I appreciate that compliment.
You weren't interested in the fan or any of that? We talked about that before.
Yeah, Earl, that never really panned out. Earl was supposed to send me over there and get in touch with whoever, and that never really panned out.
Chernoff, who's supposed to be the biggest Earl fan in the world, and nobody's better than fucking Chernoff. Then what's he do? He's the one who cuts Imus loose. Jake, you're my
buddies.
Yeah.
Hey, buddies. Hey, the only reason Earl feels horrible about it is because you and Fezzi are giving him shit about it. Earl sucks.
Sometimes he's like a puppy where he doesn't know he does bad unless you're whacking him on the ass.
No, frankly, I was miserable yesterday. Didn't sleep at all. I felt horrible. I felt like such an asshole.
See, that makes me feel better. I mean, if I even thought for a second that you knew you did wrong, I'd feel better about it.
Oh, believe me. I was like, the second after, I was like, okay, you're officially an asshole.
All right. Okay. All a person has to do is get it. And that's plenty. That is plenty. By the way, the new Vanity Fair has an article wondering if Rudy Giuliani is fucking insane for real and going back over the things. I know you're a big Rudy fan, Fez. Are you? I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm a Rudy fan.
Did you have him as winning the thing?
Yeah, I've got Rudy winning the nomination.
Yeah, I don't think so. Just on the shit that is going to come out that is going to fuck with him. A big part of it is the Bernard Carrick thing.
Right.
But a big thing of it is also his wife and the crazy shit they've been together, which is okay on a New York level, but I don't know whether it's going to work on a national level with the hayseeds. Linda, you're on Fez.
Hi, I just want to, two things. I just want to say what a good job Pitsy did, because for people like me who aren't that interested in sports, that's the stuff I want to hear. I want to hear the gossip, the stuff that they don't revisit after the initial problem. So.
All right, very strong. Another nice pro Pitts thing. Chris, you're on Fez.
Pitsy, great job, and I want to know, did Earl come in like Kramer?
Yeah, well, no, he slinked the fuck in. It would have been better if he came in like Kramer. Paul, you're on Fez.
Hey, Ron, I just want to tell you, hey, Earl, I think you have a good heart, man. You got good intentions, but there's, like, something about you that's shady, man. You know, like, what happened to you in your past, man, with your family, your dad or something, where you just don't trust people?
Yeah, you're not trusting, are you, Earl?
I mean, I don't trust myself. I trust other people. I think, if anything, I trust people too much and not myself too much.
Why don't you trust yourself?
I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I've always felt.
Do you feel like you're going to hurt a kid?
No, not at all. But no, it's just a.
What don't you trust then?
I know. Just like I always feel like I don't know. I'm never good enough. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
where there's someone like you can be good at something, but there's always someone better. You do something, there's always something better.
The interesting thing for you, if you want to find someone better, look to either side of you. Lily and Pepper Hicks. That's the crazy thing. 2 kids that have been in the business for 5 minutes.
No, and they're great. They're great kids. I love them both, but
Which one do you love more?
it's different because Lily's very organized and very, very on point, and Pepper just always brings these weird, odd things to the table, and it's always.
If you could only keep one, who would you keep?
At right now, I'd probably keep Lily
over Pepper.
Yeah, which isn't not a knock at all on Pepper, but if I had to. Right now,
well, it's somewhat of a knock.
No, I mean
it's leaving.
I mean, as far as just the needs for the show.
The good thing is, Lily said that she would sleep with you today for $25 million. Now she was going to sleep with her own sister for only $5 million. Come on in here, Lily. Oh, look at his face. He's so angry. Boy, what is it? Why does that bother you, Earl?
Whore.
Whore. Oh.
You would do.
I'm going to tell you right now, we're not allowed to call the interns whores.
But
it didn't seem so bad till you put those figures down in black and white.
Wait, I'm a whore because I won't sleep with you?
No, I'm just like you would take $5 million to sleep with your sister.
Yeah, sure.
And $25 million to sleep with you.
And I got marked.
She would actually
I think that
sleep
moved
with.
up to 50 though.
Was it?
I think so.
All right, she would sleep with 10 sisters before she slept with you.
It's like indecent proposal in reverse or something like that. It's just I got marked up.
Yeah. You were still sitting there at the end of the sale. You were just not moving at all. I'm sorry, Earl.
But I mean,
Lily, now you heard me tell the story about him, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're Earl's friend first, work with him and for him second.
Mm-hmm.
Can you even believe that story?
No, I had a very difficult time understanding why somebody would do that.
Yeah. And let me tell you this. The whole, hey, this book is great, let's think of what we can do with you guys, lasts 5 fucking minutes in this business. And then a day or two passes, and it's all forgotten about, and they go, and everything moves on again. You get a short fucking window where they ever go, you know what, we need to do something with this show. And he walked in the fucking middle of it and stopped it. What do you do with a person like that, Lil?
Fire them?
You think he should be fired?
No,
I want you to tell me the truth.
I don't know.
Would you fire him if you were me?
Based on that, it would infuriate me to the point where I perhaps would fire my employee. But
so if Earl worked for you, you would have fired him.
Well, yeah. If anybody did that, I would be very upset.
Earl, do you think you should be fired? And tell the truth.
No, I don't think I should be fired. Did I make a mistake? No question. But is it fireable? No, I don't think it's fireable.
Let me check with Dave. Dave, what would you do if you were in my position?
I'd have to fire Earl. I just have to say hit the bricks. You had a good year and a half, a couple of years, but it's time for you to go.
Serious?
Yeah. I mean, I'd give him a little severance, couple thou, and just say...
You ain't going to get any couple thou from me.
And just say goodbye. Farewell.
Wow. You guys are hardcore. Fez and I have never fired anyone. We've sent people away crushed into therapy, but they never got fired.
They always left of their own choosing.
Yeah. And then all those maniacs always go, I really miss it.
I know, everyone.
What, the day you left it, you said your hair was falling out? You couldn't live anymore?
Basically on a stretcher. I don't know if you can teach appropriateness.
Brian, you're on Fez.
26110, guys.
Hey, bro.
Hey, I'm trying to get my band booked on the show, some publicity, so I was wondering how I get in touch with Lily.
I'll put you on hold and they'll give you Lily's email.
Thanks, man.
Could you imagine how this would run? Hey, have you ever got back to Mike, the blues guy who sent us a bunch of stuff?
What, Mike Zito?
Yeah, who sent us stuff for years?
Yeah, I mean, we corresponded back and forth on things. He's always sent us stuff. We played it on the show.
This is recent. I think they want to come in and do the show or do something.
I mean, this is the first I'm hearing about it, quite honestly.
I sent it to you, so you'd have to read about it. Here's Fred from Brooklyn. Fred.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, are you still on 57th Street?
I'm waiting for my check. I'm actually outside.
Why don't you come up?
My fucking truck will get towed. I wish I could, but this guy's left me hanging for 2 hours over here, this fucking pizzeria.
Well, send Nas down to watch the truck.
You want us to head in with you?
That's okay, man.
We'll turn that fucking place into a fucking Waco.
I don't. You know what? After this is all over, maybe we will. He had a fucking mess in there. But anyway, with Earl, you just try too fucking hard with walking through doors. My kids know that you got to knock and get an acknowledgement before you walk through a door. You have to.
And you never go in and bother a fucking business meeting. Ever.
You better watch it, Ron. He's going to bump in the fucking stall there while you're taking
I tell these motherfuckers all the time, everybody works for me, that everyone that we deal with is a customer, is a client, including the people that are so-called bosses, because they're the ones who get you your next fucking piece of work. You've got to treat everybody like a client.
Yep. And, you know, unfortunately, he's going to make an accident similar to this, and it's going to cost something. He's just got to do his job.
I'm telling you, it might have cost us all money now. We don't know. I know that these fucking opportunities don't come around often.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, and he stepped right on you.
Here's what kills you about the business. And I mean by this, I mean terrestrial radio, too. They do not know if something's good unless that fucking book tells them. That's what annoys me about all these guys. It never dawns on one of them, hey, you guys sound great, let's do a show. They need to see something on paper because they don't trust their own abilities. I don't understand it. I would be able to tell you the Hideout, good show, no matter what they're doing.
Right. Yeah, it's very odd where it's like they do need the confirmation. Like it's almost a permission slip to like something.
Lilia, I don't know what I'm going to have you do with this kid right now. I don't know what you're going to have to do with your boss. I might have to keep him out of the building. Or would you want to do the show from outside?
No.
You're the outside correspondent?
No.
What if we take your keys from you, and the only way you can get inside is wait outside for Lily?
No, that wouldn't work for me either.
You don't think you need an escort?
No.
Danny, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, guys, 3007.
What do you say, brother?
Hey, man. My mother was in town last weekend visiting. My wife and I have been married less than a year, and we're still kind of newlyweds. I think she must be taking lessons from Black Earl, because she doesn't knock either. And, of course, now my phone gets interrupted, but she doesn't knock either. And she walked in on us not once, but twice. And I got to tell you, I wish I could find my mom.
So your mom walked in on you banging your wife?
Yeah, twice.
What did she say?
Well, the first time she was like, oh, sorry. And the second time she just barged right on in, and fortunately we were somewhat under the covers, and she said, I just didn't know if you guys were awake yet.
Oh, Jesus.
She's trying to see.
You're kind of creeping me out now, Fez.
That's a very creepy thing. I mean, if she did it one time, she knows what's going on behind closed doors, and then she does it again.
Johnny O, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, listen, I got the solution here, man. Just get rid of Earl, replace him with a plant or a flower. It'll bring about as much, the same amount of productivity to the show, and it'll be nice to look at. You get the best of both worlds. I mean, he's a loser and a trip. Get rid of him.
It'll give more oxygen.
Yeah,
Earl.
Johnny, and you're a breath of fresh air, too.
Why don't we do this, Earl, to be fair to you, all right? We give you a week, we give a Gardenia a week. And then we let the listeners decide. Is it the lady or the plant or the house plant?
I don't think that would be fair at all.
Why? You feel like you're not as good as a gardenia?
I'm better, far and away better than a gardenia.
You're better than a gardenia.
Yes,
you're a better
am.
radio producer.
Yes, I am.
Than a fucking house plant is.
Absolutely.
You willing to put your money where your mouth is? $1,000. We let the winners fucking, and it's $1,000 of fertilizer that you have to keep giving that house plant.
Earl, this is a gardenia. It's not like it's some sort of fern or something.
Here's Jim. Jim, you're on my Fez.
Hey, I want to ask Earl if you ever kicked the door open when Muni was having one of those meetings with John Lennon or Bob Dylan.
I wasn't there when I wasn't at NEW when those things were happening yet.
You were there post-peak?
What, it wasn't
bunch of old guys going, one time John Lennon came here. It was great. What was the biggest person to come in when you were there? Well, let me guess. Susie Quattro?
No.
Robin Trower? Who was the biggest person during the fucking Loverboy? Who are we talking about, Earl?
Patti Smith. For me, Patti Smith.
I'm fucking telling you right now. I'm up to my eyeballs in your Patti Smith.
No, I got a picture.
You don't even know this. You lost the fucking fact again to pick. Guess who's picking the music next week?
I know someone who's been bitching about it, and I said I would.
Who?
I would be more than willing to do it, and I'll consider it, and I'll be open to it. What do you got? Lily.
Wrong. Pepper Hicks.
They're on vacation.
Is now in charge of the openings. Lily, what kind of music were you thinking about?
I was going to play some, indie rock.
I can't trust you when it comes to music.
Oh, no,
I love you, and I think that you're unbelievably organized, but you don't have a hip bone in your body.
I disagree completely. One day, I'll pick a song.
I don't think she's hip. What do you think?
I wouldn't trust it. No, I don't think so.
All right.
I honestly think that we'd hear a lot of American Idol rock.
No.
Miss Independence and
now,
Kelly
Jim
Clarkson.
and I'd love to let him pick the music.
Remember, Lily admitted that one of her favorite artists, if not her favorite artist, was Mariah Carey.
And then she said today she would bang Justin Timberlake. What indie chick is going to bang Justin Timberlake?
He crosses all boundaries.
What? Yeah, so have you.
He really does.
You've done the same exact thing between your sister and Justin Timberlake. You look like you're ready to cry over this, like you're totally upset.
No, I mean...
I'm going to give you a day. Now, just to stop the tears.
Okay. No,
Daddy's going to give you a day. Stop crying, baby.
Okay.
You're going to get everything you need.
Okay.
All right, Earl, so you, between yesterday and then your tooth thing today, you have spun out of control and you're losing every aspect of your show.